At some point in my life, I'm not really sure when or how, but at some point, I lost connection with sort of a deeper sense of my being. The part of me that was free and loved everything without sort of this background judgmental voice telling me what to think, and without all these insecurities which pop up now and again to remind me of my own mental traps that I've placed for myself. You ever see the post where it's like, I broke one of my rules today, one of my self made rules that only I have to follow? That's how it is. And I think that this is happening, not just to me, but to a lot of folks everywhere. And it's really hard to say what the cause is or where it comes from. How do we get out? Because there are certainly, undoubtedly, a multitude of factors. I mean, Dr. Gabor Mate has very interesting YouTube lectures all dealing with trauma, and one idea in particular that he spoke about was when a newborn child is brought into the world, they are the most connected with themselves. They know what they want, what they need, and they communicate it instantly. And that ability kind of gets lost. It's stripped away as you grow up. And it's due to society at large, or like if you have parents who don't really care about you, you kind of learn as a survival mechanism to push your needs and your needs, your fundamental needs aside for the calm to temperament of your parents. And among other random factors, maybe you get bullied too or something like that. You kind of grow up in a world that doesn't seem to care about you, and you may have friends and you may have a social life. You may be easy to talk to, but there's still like some part of you that is disconnected from your true nature. And it is in getting this nature back, which I am talking about. That's kind of the end goal, right? Know thyself. You don't know yourself, and if you're not integrated with all of the complexities that go on in the human psyche, it's you're kind of just gonna be drifting, right? And I don't want to drift, even though I probably will. But I don't exactly just want to sit here and complain that, I'm insecure, or that things have been taken from me which shouldn't have been, which were unfair and unjustly taken from me. I want to look at, the shit that we could actually do about it, because that's ultimately where the only path worth pursuing, right? It's okay to reflect, but never like self-loathe all the time, all right? Even if you have a very unfortunate life, you can always make it better. And that's what we're here to do. I want to reintegrate with myself, and that is going to require basically following my intuition and stop letting external judgments validate or determine my behavior. I think it's that simple. I think that I need to basically express myself as I see natural, and as it happens. I don't really know why or how it does happen, why I am the way I am and such, but that's not really an important factor. I simply want to be a part of a community that cares about me, for me, and not from what I can provide, and that in turn I provide the same to them. And it's just this nice little community, nice little bubble. That's what is being lost in modern society, is community. It's people who are closely knit, who trust each other fully, and it's like a ride or die kind of trust. It's not like anything more shallow than that. It's like I will spill my whole life out to you. I will tell you everything. I will confide in you my worst thoughts, and I expect you to do the same, and then that is reciprocated and talked about and dismissed appropriately. And it's like a support system that will actually benefit you and doesn't have their own self agendas. That's what's missing. And so here we all are, everybody on YouTube making their goddamn YouTube videos in their basements and such, wanting to connect with something more, but finding it impossible to do in real life. I think the internet's really good for that. I mean, it's really bad for that, because ideally I want real life connections, not online connections, and I'm super against like dating apps and such. I don't think you should ever use dating apps. It's not the right way to go about it, but it's a resource. And like, if you're really at the last resort, what else are you gonna do? I don't know. Things aren't what they used to be, and that's definitely okay, because it's dumb to expect nothing to change in the world, in your life. So, I mean, if you're lost, that's kind of part of the human journey, right? This is kind of natural, at least from what we know about the world. Maybe it's not. There's a lot of things wrong with Western culture, a lot of things, and I don't think it's a coincidence that technology is being incorporated in every aspect, and we're not becoming happier. We're not like that early 2000s era of like technological optimism is completely gone. It's almost funny, right? They thought that technology was actually going to help us, benefit us. I mean, it's really easy to spend money, so technology got us there. But everything else, I don't know, man. Do we own the technology, or does the technology own us? Whoa, that's deep. But yeah, screaming into the void. That's fun. Never give up hope. Never lose up hope. Never. That's not even a sentence. God damn it, we're keeping it. But in these trying times, we must persevere, and in doing so, we will find ourselves. And if we don't find the people that accept ourselves, then we will go off, leave the nest, and find the folks that do. Because what else are we gonna do? Sometimes when I let my thoughts wander, I get a little schizo, and I think that there's like this field of energy that's like beneath the surface. I don't necessarily mean that on like a material level, like a physical level, but there's this field of energy, right? And it's this interconnected web, and it's basically pure love, and we're all like attached to it somehow. And like, there's a way to reach it, like here, presently, consciously. But it's also kind of like where we go to when we die. That's kind of like home base. That's my schizo thought, dude. It comforts me in, trying times. It's like we don't gotta feel lonely all the time. We don't gotta feel all sad for all the things that happen to us and all the things that we wish happened to us, and whatever arbitrary labels you want to put on your life, whatever pointless markers you want to indicate your life with. I mean, we're more complex than we give ourselves credit for. There's nothing wrong with that. So, the point is to be connected, to find a connection, and you have to do that internally first, and then you need to express that externally, and then that needs to be validated, basically. With how things work nowadays, it basically has to be validated. Nobody can just put their head down and grind. Everything's for attention, and that's a horrible thing. But it's like hardwired into everybody. So there's no going back. We just have to adapt to it, basically. I don't know if I don't know if I should be spreading that. That's got some like terrible implications. That's horrific, man. But what do I know? I don't influence anything. I'm a shadow. I'll see you next time. Take care.